All right, go for it.
Oh my God! Hey everyone, it's the one and only Vita Gorilla Economist, and it's Hump Day. It's Hump Day, folks. You know what day it is, and we got the main man with us, the man, the myth, the legend, in no particular order, the one and only master of the Road to Ruta. He's the Pathfinder of the Road to Ruta. He is the Gandalf of Gold, the Sultan of Silver. He is the Czar of Cryptos. He is the one and only Bix Weir, the man who wears his heart on his sleeve and spaghetti sauce stains on his tie. The men hate him, and the women want to be with him. He's the one and only Bix. What's up, buddy? How are you?
I'm good. I fear for you, though, because we haven't had rain pretty much all winter. And you guys are get bombed or whatever.
We're going to get the La Bamba. The La Bamba snowstorm is coming our way.
What? It's like a combination of snow and cold weather.
Hurricane. It's a combination of snow and hurricane.
Dude,
it's crazy. I've never in my life experienced anything like that. All I know is I'm going to be out there and I'm going to be singing Baba la ba la ba 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 necesito no poca vienta.
Yeah, good. Yeah, you better load up on the chips and salsa for a while.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to do some heavy lifting on the food items today. I got to get all the survival specials, which is all burritos.
What happened to global warming? It's like freezing all over the country. What happened to Gore's vision of global warming?
It flopped like his movie.
The energy credits, the scam that they were trying to put on humanity didn't quite work out, so they lost that payment stream.
Yep. So, exactly correct, man. And that's they're just calling it climate change now because the climate's always changing. It always has been and always will.
I would like to point out that over the past 10 years that I've been following Cliff High, he's had in his data a mini ice age coming to the northern part of the U.S. I'm just saying, if we get a lot of snow and you find out that it doesn't really melt much, by next winter we know we're easing into that mini ice age. I think he said it would be like little pockets here and there of snow that just doesn't, it falls, you get a lot of ice and it just hardens up and it doesn't really melt until the next winter comes and it just piles on top and you have the beginnings of a new ice age.
Well, exit stage south. Here I come.
Get your RV ready, warm up the RV and go south. It's like that movie. It's like that movie Day After Tomorrow.
You have your RV, right?
No, I haven't bought it yet. I can't afford it yet. I need the cryptos to go crazy.
You got to do it like J-Snip, bro.
Well, I didn't know. I saw J-Snips, but I want the one with the 4-wheel drive and the.
Oh, you want the hardcore one?
Oh yeah,
off-road capability.
Yeah. That J-Snip's RV ain't gonna help him when you got to go, off road and you're waiting in a line of people trying to get out of town. You got to be able to go off road and then just live off road. So I got my sights on one, but so damn expensive that cryptos have to go even more crazy than they already have.
Speaking of cryptos, man, 2018 is the year. Is it? Is it really? Is it finally happening, Bix? Is it the year of the crypto?
Absolutely. But it's also going to be the year of massive volatility that we have never seen before in crypto, because the banksters are trying to get in, the big money's trying to get in, and they only buy when there's blood in the streets. So they're going to try to dump and spread FUD and you name it, they're going to do it. So I expect just massive volatility and just be ready to hodl, HODL, hold on for dear life for a long time. Because they're going to come in with guns blazing. And truthfully, for that kind of money to come into the cryptos, it's like a fire hose being used to fill up Dixie cups. It just can't happen.
Right.
So you're going to see big, huge dumps of 50% on the cryptos overnight, and then monster moves upward. And if you hodl, you're all right. You don't have to worry about, the worst thing you can do now is think about taking profit.
Yeah.
Taking profit is probably the worst thing you can do when the amount of hundreds of trillions of dollars, if you include derivatives, that amount of money trying to get into the cryptos. I mean, I kind of laugh at myself anyway. I took some profits like 3 years ago. I was up like 100%. I'm like, yeah, I got to take profit. Well, now it's up 10,000%, and I've lost all those coins. Yeah, I could have gone without that, cheese sandwich that I ordered from all my profits.
Yeah, exactly. I tell you, man, it's quite remarkable what's going on, and I agree with you. I think it is the time to hold on for dear life. Volatility is coming, man. You said it best, like taking a fire hose to a bunch of Dixie cups. You're talking about a market that's only what 300, 400 billion in total market cap. It's unbelievable
compared to all the industries and businesses and forms of money that are going to be flowing into blockchain technology, crypto companies, and all these companies that ICO'd last year are now coming to product this year, or having their products come to market this year. That's what I'm really excited about. Salt Lending has just started giving out salt loans. I'm in line to get one. There's like 40,000 people in line to get a salt loan right now.
Nice.
But the coolest thing about Salt, and I've been jumping up and down about this, but nobody really gets it, is that they are allowing you to pay back your salt loan, both principal and interest, at the retail price of salt, which is now $27.50. So you can go onto the exchanges, buy salt for $12, take out a loan, and pay it off at $27.50 per salt token. I mean, it's a yes. Wow. There's a capital gains implication on that, but still,
what do you need? How does salt exactly work? Do you need like a credit score? Or how does that work?
No credit scores. These are non-recourse loans. Non-recourse loan means there's no recourse to the borrower. They're completely collateral-backed loans. So you're going to pay a higher interest rate, but you can take out a salt loan and buy a house, default on the loan, and the house is still yours.
Don't give me ideas.
Well, you're going to lose all your crypto collateral is the thing.
Right.
Not all of it, but so as you don't make payments or anything like that, they're going to, and your collateral balance is gets too low, they start selling off your crypto that you used as collateral. So you got to maintain a minimum balance and things like that. But yeah, there's for anybody who has credit issues, there's no credit rating involved in these loans.
There shouldn't be. Credit rating is so stupid to begin with, man.
And it's so easy for the bank to perfect the collateral because, normally they have to kick people out of houses, repossess the house, go through the courts, blah, blah, blah. This is all done with a smart contract. And that's how Salt can give such a bargain on paying back the loans with the retail price, is that all the costs are gone. All the costs of lawyers and contract administrators, the back office and the bank salesman and all that's gone for the most part. So it's an amazing crypto. And then you got Populous and Veritasium, which are right on the brink of some really massive announcements. Populous is going to introduce that's the factoring of invoices, but you can rent your Populous out to get a passive income stream. And same with Veritasium. So those products are coming to market. Veritasium is going to take over the world. I mean, they're going to take over for Goldman Sachs and Morgan Stanley and the COMEX and the LBMA, because Veritasium at its heart is just peer-to-peer transactions perfected.
I love it.
So you don't need an exchange anymore. You don't need to go to your investment banker and say, hey, I want to do this deal. You could just do it peer-to-peer with Veritasium.
Sure, absolutely, man. I love that. The game is really changing, man. The game is really changing, and I love what's coming down. And the best part of it is that we are all in the infancy stages of this whole entire thing. It's beautiful.
It is beautiful, and there's so many rumors going around now about the reason Charlie Lee sold all his Litecoin, but is basically investing all his time and effort into Litecoin. A lot of people saying that it's one of the big guys like Amazon is going to take on Litecoin payment systems. Now, it's just a rumor. It was rumored that Facebook was going to do it, although Facebook, I don't know what they sell. It's who cares about Facebook?
Mark Zuckerberg's ugly face. That's what they sell.
But if Amazon brings on Litecoin, and with Charlie Lee working on the Lightning Network to make fast and instant transactions, that could be a huge deal. And having a single receiver of the money there might be little tweaks in the way that the transactions are done through the Lightning Network, so that it happens instantaneously. Because that's the big problem now is that cryptos have gotten so popular that everything's taking too long. Bitcoin's practically unusable right now unless you want to use it as digital gold, because they're charging $20 a transaction. It takes a couple hours to get 6 confirmations. So and they were warned of that. I mean, Roger Ver had warned everybody that if Bitcoin doesn't change and increase the block size, transactions would be too expensive and too slow. And Bitcoin is experiencing that right now. And absolutely 100% correct on that call. Now, whether or not Bitcoin Cash is the answer, or Litecoin, or one of the even faster ones. And then Ethereum's making upgrades right now. So everybody who thought that EOS was the Ethereum killer forgot that Vitalik is still working. And they're going to have, I think, Casper, I think they're rolling out. There's all these things rolling out with Ethereum, and it's catching a bid right now. It should be over $1,000 pretty soon. So lots of exciting things. And remember, everything changes in the cryptos. As soon as you feel comfortable, something else is going to change. So yeah, it's real exciting. The good ones are going to do great. The criminal Ponzi schemes are going to implode, and that might shake up some of the more shitty coins out there.
Yeah, there's a ton of those. There's a ton of those.
Well, the
Ether's looking great, man.
Oh yeah. Well, there's a lot of rumors about Ethereum, and Vitalik's coming out saying, okay, we're going to, I guess Casper, it was the next upgrade, and it's already in beta. So I think it's increasing speed and safety, security, all the things that people were crying about, because when the ICOs happened, Ethereum got so bogged down, it took forever to have all these transactions go through. And there's so many companies building their models on top of the Ethereum platform. It just gets, it's crowded. They're a victim of their own success.
Yeah. Right.
So these upgrades should be great. And I think Ethereum's got a long way to run, but Litecoin is going to be the big news of 2018. And
you know what? A lot of people, when Charlie Lee sold it off, they're like, yeah, he sold it off. No, he had to sell it off for, what was the reason again? It was for...
he didn't have to sell it off.
Conflict of interest. Conflict of interest.
Yeah. He didn't have to sell it off. No.
Right.
But he also said...
So he did it.
He did it for a reason.
Yeah.
And that reason could be a whole mess of different things. One, I mean, if Litecoin is going to be the go-to coin for transactions, which I think it will be, you don't want to be the only guy sitting there for people to attack you. That's why Satoshi's not around anymore. He didn't want to be the one guy at Bitcoin.
Yeah, exactly.
But Charlie also said he's going to get compensated in other ways, which I would guess it's either through Lightning Network or a deal with Amazon, where he's the head guy there, and as far as the cryptos. And Charlie's a smart guy, and he's a good guy too. He's got a great reputation. So he's not. Yeah. He said it quite frankly. He is not abandoning Litecoin. It's the exact opposite. Correct. He's making it so Litecoin can be adopted by humanity, which is what the core developers should have done with Bitcoin, but they chose not to.
Why would they want to do that? Exactly. Why would they? God forbid.
I'm long out of that fight, and I don't own any Bitcoin anymore. And
I do. You got rid of all your Bitcoins?
Oh yeah. Long before the fight.
I'm holding on to mine.
I would hold on to mine if I had a wallet that was pre-August 1st, because you get all the forks. I do own a little Bitcoin Cash because I think it's a lot closer to what Satoshi wanted. I mean, Bitcoin now, BTC now, has nothing to do with Satoshi Nakamoto's original idea. It was a cash peer-to-peer payment system, and all the core developers, because they made so much money in it, and because there was so much money involved with these 1,000 people who own the majority of the Bitcoin, they decided to lock up Bitcoin and turn it into gold, Bitcoin Gold. And they even said they wanted to do that. They wanted it to be like gold. Satoshi never wanted Bitcoin to be like gold. He only mentions gold one time in his white paper. And the only way he mentions it, he talked about mining. He said it's a little like mining gold. That's all he said. He didn't mean for Bitcoin to be locked away like it is. So I'm a Bitcoin purist, and I believe that Satoshi's vision was to help humanity in the transition from the old system to the new system. And it wasn't to lock away, wealth in a system that is unusable and slow. So yeah, I left Bitcoin a long time ago. I mainly have all the other tokens and companies that are more interesting. And one of the things though that gets me is gold has always been the go-to asset when the monetary system fails, right? That it was always, it's the insurance policy. It's the canary in the coal mine, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
We've talked about that for decades in gold. Well, if cryptos really believe that cryptography and the math involved means that the cryptocurrencies are much, much stronger than any fiat money, which I believe they are too, why is there a need for digital gold?
Right.
Right? Because yeah, so they should believe in their product and say, hey, we don't need a digital gold. We need a money that circulates for the people. And we need, and do we even need money if we have these tokens that kind of act like barter tokens? That businesses can be created, they can create a token and they can sell off little pieces. So the whole argument for digital gold is kind of going by the wayside if we believe that the cryptography and the blockchain technology is the wave of the future. There's no need for that hedging your risk with Bitcoin gold, or a Bitcoin that functions like gold. I mean, that's way out there for most people, and Bitcoin has that first mover advantage and will always be, I don't think it'll always be number one, but it will always have value. But the biggest problem with Bitcoin is that less than 1,000 people own like 40 or 50% of Bitcoin, and that's a huge problem. It's a problem for gold too. I mean,
the problem also is I happen to be one of those 1,000 people.
I hear you, but there's nothing wrong. You make the call if you want your money to work for you, if you want to lock it up. A lot of the core developers had never had money before, so they wanted to lock up their wealth, and that's what they did.
Yeah,
that's what Roger was so pissed off about, because it is completely different from what Satoshi wanted. Satoshi knew there was a problem with the monetary system, knew it was about to blow. And as soon as it did blow in 2008, in September of 2008, was the time that I call the good guys wanted to take down the old system. The bankers were bailed out. And what happened within a matter of months, Satoshi comes out with his white paper. Says, here's a peer-to-peer cash system so that we don't have to use bankers.
Right on the heels of the Lehman Brothers collapse.
No, it was on the heels of the final collapse of everything. Remember, the stock market was going down, and it's the first time, I think it was September 15th, 2008. That they went to Congress. Hank Paulson went to Congress, said, hey, we need a $600 billion bailout. And Congress said no the first time.
Right.
Remember that? It was rejected. Remember that. The stock market drops 50%, and everybody went crazy. And then they did end up bailing them out, and Obama printed another $1 trillion just to pay off, give everybody a free cell phone. And then right away, Satoshi's paper came out in December, and then the first, I think the software was first put into place in January, or the first Bitcoins were mined in January of 2009. So yeah, it's just this. I mean, now do we need Bitcoin? There's so many other cryptocurrencies. I think that's why these other cryptocurrencies have done so well and are getting so big, is that the core developers pretty much stole the utility of Bitcoin away. So everybody else, including myself, said, okay, if this isn't going to work for humanity, what is? And then voila, we got the cryptocurrencies and crypto craze going on, which is exciting and terrifying at the same time.
Right. Right. It is exciting. It is terrifying.
And speaking of terrifying, BitconnectX. We all know BitConnect is a Ponzi scheme. They just announced on January 2nd, I think it came out, or the 1st, And there's a new ICO coming out called BitconnectX. If you go to the website, you can see a countdown clock. That countdown clock is right in line with the UK filing. It's a compulsory strike-off filing of the name BitConnect Limited. So as of, I think it is January 8th, the Queen of England owns all assets held by BitConnect. So what does BitConnect
wonderful.
do?
I feel so good.
BitConnect comes
knowing
out.
that Her Majesty has
BitConnect comes out and says, okay, if you're going to steal all the assets of all our customers in this Ponzi scheme, we'll start another Ponzi scheme. So BitConnect X starts 6 days and 5 hours from right now.
Perfect. Unbelievable.
It's the wild, wild west of the cryptos. So
no, it truly is, man. It truly is. But it also shows you how open and advantageous of a time it is right now for anybody to be involved, because we're so not even we're like pre-early stage at this point, man.
Oh yeah. But I think BitConnect X will have a huge opening. You know why? Because in a Ponzi scheme, the people who make the most money are the first ones in.
Yep.
And so BitConnect X is not even they don't even say anything about it. It might even, one of my subscribers said it might be some kind of transfer of the old BitConnect to the new BitConnect, the new and improved Ponzi scheme. And anybody who gets in first is going to make the most money. And it's just, the whole thing is just stinks to high heaven.
Oh man, it's unreal.
Yeah. What do you do?
Take down of the bad guys and the pedophiles, man. This whole QAnon thing's got me revved up.
It's got everybody revved up. I believe in all the word that Guantanamo is big stuff full. I heard 30 congressmen are not coming back after the break. I hear the Podestas are already down in Guantanamo, along with many others. Uma Abedin's emails have started to leak now.
Yes, it has.
It's all happening.
And she's been caught with an ankle bracelet.
Does she break her toe also?
Yeah, she broke her toe as well. And they caught her. She was actually wearing like bell-bottom jeans, and you could see right through it where you could see the where it was like impeding on some sort of an electronic device right around her ankle.
They're all. I heard January is the month that most of the big ones will be taken down. Then there'll be announcements. Clearly, those who are saying, "Oh, there's no good guys," are full of crap and should admit that they were absolutely wrong. There are good guys, and they're taking out the bad guys as we speak. Otherwise,
exactly. And if it wasn't for the good guys, dude, if there was no good guys, we would have been in a tyrannical world order, one world government decades ago.
No, I think they were saving it to 2018. But I think the takedown of these bad players, the deep state and all that. There's different levels of the deep state. There's good guys within the deep state and bad guys within the deep state. But the real bad stuff, the child molesters and ritual sacrifice people, are all being taken down. Those people who tried to overthrow the United States with the Russia bullshit are all being taken down. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, all those guys are going to end up in Guantanamo because you don't want to deal with them in the court system. And voila, just send them to Guantanamo for the rest of their lives, just like we did, all the fake hijackers.
Yeah, exactly correct. Closing comments, sir. Go for it.
I would say load up on all the cryptos you can that are good, but be ready for massive, massive, massive volatility, as not just up. There's going to be a lot of news, real bad news, breaking stories about how crazy or criminal or whatever the cryptos are, and that's what they use to help slam the market, so they can load up, because you can't fill a Dixie cup with a fire hydrant.
That's it.
Fire hose. Or fire hydrant, even worse.
Right.
But yeah, load up and join Road to Ruta, and we'll move on from there.
That's it. With that being said, folks, I am the hairy one. He is the fuzzball, and we are together. With our forces combined, we're not Captain Planet. There's a massive snowstorm coming my way. And Bix is fine. He's in California. He's just on fire over there. Is that fire still going on?
I don't know. Not northern. In LA, I think they're done. We got rain coming this week, so.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good.
It's crazy. It's crazy weather. Remember, mini ice age coming. So think about.
I'm ready for that, Bix. I'm ready for it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna move down to Central America.
There you go. I don't know if they'll accept.
Huh?
I don't know if they'll accept you, truthfully.
Well, I'm just afraid. I mean, it's people talk about being ethnic and having the police, getting shot at and all that stuff. You folks don't realize what it's like to be an ape. People are always trying to shoot you.
True. Yeah, you can't move to like the Congo or anything.
No, I'd be poached.
Yeah, you just go to a zoo.
I'd be a victim of poachers.
Go to a zoo; they'll take care of you.
Yes, but somewhere warm.
Yeah, a zoo in Florida.
A zoo somewhere warm.
A zoo in Florida. There you go.
So I'll go to the Miami-Dade Zoo.
There you go. All good.
All right, folks. That's where I'll be. Oh, man. With that being said, folks, thank you so much all for listening in, and hit the subscribe button. Smash that notification bell so you'll be alerted when programs like this are up, and also subscribe to Bix's channel, Road to Ruta on YouTube. With that being said, we're over and out. Take it away, El Cuco.